Hey, Matt. I figured, what the heck? Let's have some lunch. So, I gotta make all this. So these are homemade tater chips. I didn't make them, but they were made somewhere. I gotta reheat them, and then I gotta reheat my chili dog. So how's your day been going? Really? I'm glad you popped in, because I want to show you something. I'm just heating up my chips. And then I gotta heat up my chili cheese dog. And then when I get back situated, there's something I want to show you. So, key to heating up any hot dog is to wrap it in a moist paper towel. So that way you more steam it back to life. Okay, so that's what I do. I make people hungry. What do you think of this? I made that for the Collect It All channel. So there's cards that are called downtown cards. And obviously you get the vibe of what downtown that is. And I think you see who that is. I actually really like that. But I want to get somebody else's opinion on it. Yeah, it's really, so if you know anything about card collecting, and I don't presume you're into it, one of the most expensive cards in the hobby are called downtowns. And so they showcase players from whatever city they're in, and they use the major landmarks and places from the city. And I'm like, you know what? We need to have that for our Collect It All channel. I think it'd be cool. So, but I wanted to ask somebody that knows us and gets it, and you're spot on. It's literally, I used an image from him sphinxing in the front yard to be the baseline. And I think it turned out pretty awesome. So I appreciate your kind words and feedback, sir. So just so we're clear, the chili that's on this is actually one of the champion chilies from the Chili Cook-Off. And it happens to be one of my athletes that I coach. Tater flip. So what's your take on homemade tater chips, Matt? I don't mean that because you're from Tato country. I'm just asking in general. There's no snark in that question. And this is the mustard that Dad's going to use. It's from the pizza store. Look at that. That's a beautiful hot mess. In the best darn way possible. Oh, lost a tater chip. Also in typical Dad fashion. A little slap your mama and everything. I swore I shook this up already. The jalapeno mustard. Couple of sliced jalapenos, which I forgot to grab. Ah! I'm just ripping pops out from underneath the... You guys are sitting on cans of pop, so... And then just a couple pickles for the side. And I'd say that's just about perfect. So this is lunchtime, Matt. Welcome in, Tara. Sorry, I only knew Matt was here. I'm on this side of the camera and can't see the chat. That's why it's awesome when Mama's home, because Mama can keep me informed. I am, Matt. But what Mom's not saying in the chat is Mama doesn't really eat leftovers unless I make them for her. And she's not the biggest leftover person to begin with, and I have to con her into eating them. So, Matt, predicting that might be a situation, predicting that, and Tara, and Mama. I purposely saved 50% of the chips in case she was like, you ate all my chips. No, I did not. No, I did not. I split the chips with you, just like we do everything else. I may not be Nostradamus, But I know Mama. Damas. That's good. You know what I didn't do? I didn't make a drink. And community, for what it's worth, after being together for 30 years, that's why I knew to save half those chips. But I promise you, what has two thumbs and will be eating those chips tomorrow because she won't eat them, even if I reheat them like this? This guy. And Tara, if you're still here, I'm eating the pickle jugs. If you haven't gotten those yet from the Costco, same with you, Matt, I highly advise getting them. Them are some tasty pickles. Why do you think I stay off camera? I'm so hot I burn people's eyes. My hands alone are making your eyes burn. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No worries, Tara. I don't usually do this. This is like a once every month thing where I do a lunchtime thing. I'm just trying to show the cooking and eating channel a little love too, because I truly think it's the most underappreciated channel in our lineup. It has the most value to offer people, but I'll take that as a compliment, Matt, because my voice is so sultry and soothing that I should be on the radio. Thank you, sir. I just watched, Tara, there's a YouTube guy that occasionally I do watch. I don't watch much YouTube, but there's a YouTube guy that I do occasionally watch. And I got no problem promoting him. He's a cool guy. At least he seems like it in the videos. Who knows what people are like in real life. But he went out to do an In-N-Out challenge where he had to eat In-N-Out every hour on the hour for 24 hours. So he's from Ohio, so he had to travel out west. And while he was out there, in order to stay up for 24 hours, he said that the rule was he could only eat food, but he could drink from anywhere. He was drinking copious amounts of Dutch Brothers. And he was saying how good Dutch Brothers coffee is. So you definitely have people in your camp on that. I'll be the first to tell you if they ever make it here. I'm game. I'm not a big Starbucks guy myself. There's actually an independent shop in downtown of our city, our actual city, not the big city that's close to us, that I think they have the best coffee anywhere. Just a little tiny place. It's in a we have these like food startup places where it's like one location and they share a kitchen. And so it's like 4 restaurants that work out of the kitchen. But the coffee bar is like across the dining room. And then they have a roaster inside that's a different independent company that roasts its own coffee and then sells it to the coffee shop. Absolutely awesome. Love that place. Mom was a big fan of their cafe mochas. I just like their nitros and their traditional. Because Dad puts nothing in his coffee. Except for shots of espresso. But that's still just more coffee in coffee. All right, see how I ration everything? I do this with everything. So I decide what I want my last bite to be, and I want equal portions. So you can call me a weirdo or not, but that's how I eat. And I will bite this in such a way that I save a hunk for Remus. He didn't want to leave the the spot he was in. He's under the covers, but I guarantee he will in 3, 2, 1. Remus, come here, buddy. He knows not to beg or else he doesn't get anything, so he just waits until he's called. Sit. Sit, good boy. That's a good boy. See how gentle he is? Then he always investigates it. It's so weird. But he was eating pistachios with me in the other room by my computer while I was working. He loves pistachios. Love you, buddy. Oh, I didn't forget about you. Come here, sweetheart. Let me hook you up. There you go. There you go. Good boy, Remus. Good boy. Well, I do hate to say it. It's been 20 minutes. But that was lunch with Dad. Those are quick ones. Because Dad's got to get back to work. And we deleted that. So, yeah. So what's everyone else going to have for lunch? Because I know Tara's behind us. I know Matt is behind us in time. And I know Mama already ate. If I had to guess, Mom had Jersey Mike's. If I had to guess. Yeah, see, it's 9:30 by you. It's only 11:30 here, but we eat early so that way we can have dinner early because we usually have some sort of activity or event. So, and Son eats lunch at school at 11. Mama usually eats at work at 10:30 because she starts work a little after 6. So we're earlier than the average bear, but we've conditioned ourselves that way. At least snack on something. Bring an apple or a nanner. I wouldn't eat a nanner. I'd eat an apple, though. Or a granola bar. I'm big on granola bars, especially the protein ones. I could do those. Or, I mean, bring some pistachios, some peanuts. That's my go-to. Yeah, Mama's a big Jersey Mike's freak. Well, Matt, you got all those cans of chili. You can make yourself a chili dog. But on that note, it's 11:30 here. I gotta get back to work. Work monitors your time away from your computer. So I can't be gone too long, if that makes sense. It's one of the reasons that pickups have been less frequent. So, I'm gonna get back. We will be back tonight, sometime during our normal-ish time. And as you saw again, I put this stuff on everything. So if anybody from the Walker and Sons company is watching, feel free. Send 1 or 2 bottles my way. I go through it at an alarming rate. Doesn't have to be anything special. You don't have to give us sweatshirts or anything like that. Just a jar or 2 of seasonings. All right. Thanks. All kidding aside, have fun at class, Tara. Mama, get back to work. You should be working. And Matt, go get that hot dog. Until next time, as always, stay blessed, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't eat like Dad does, because that won't lead to good health. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Talk to you later.